turned into a 5v1. So there was different ways they could have played it. I think they did abandon it or didn't even try something else, and they lost the hero from it.
Mm.
All right, so we are in the disbanded Dark Horse draft. So we just saw disbanded play. We know that they like that sort of interesting, sort of split pushing game, soaking game. I wonder how it's going to translate to Dragonshire. They try and follow up at all. And they've decided to remove Muradin from the mix. And Dark Horse decided that they do not want Zagara playing in this game. What do you think of these two bands here, Muradin and Zagara?
I think the Zagara is
Hmm,
actually quite a strong pick just in this map
hmm,
because it means that you have so much vision around one of the points,
yeah,
and the point pretty much becomes yours from the
hmm,
moment you start keeping up the creep, in my opinion.
yeah,
Zagara's just so strong, and there's only a certain amount of people, a certain number of
hmm,
characters that can actually 1v1 her quite nicely. So it really does in this particular map. I think it helps a lot actually banning her
hmm,
out. It's quite common as well from what I've seen. Um, it's very easy for Zagara,
hmm,
as soon as it's the lane's semi-short. It's not large and it's not
hmm,
very short, but it's in the middle somewhere. She can easily push one lane and you get so much damage off with her roaches
yeah,
and her hydras and stuff. So I think it's actually quite a good pick. The
hmm,
wall as well across that where the Dragonshire point is to cap. She can just chuck roaches over there and be such an annoying harassment.
yeah.
So yeah, very strong band. The Muradin
Oh,
obviously massive band as well.
disbanded, looking like they're going to play a roaming comp here, taking the Sarande, Diablo, and Jaina. I mean, that is going to be a massive
Mm,
mid-bottom lane. They're just going to be able to roam and possibly get so many kills behind this. Interesting, though, that ETC has been picked for Dark Horse, and they haven't really taken anything, except for Tyrant, obviously, you can get the stun, Lunar Flare, but they haven't taken, like, I thought maybe Falstad would have appeared. Great global positioning on this map. He can, do the global movement. He can take the Mighty Guts to deal with the ETC coming out of Dark Horse, but decide not to go for that. Maybe they're trying to force Dark Horse to do a ban.
mm,
Falstad's still on the map. We know you've got ETC. Hey, maybe you want to ban Falstad so we don't take him.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
There you go.
maybe don't know if that is the game plan, but it's one position they could have taken.
Mm.
But if you're disbanded, who do you remove from the Dark Horse roster right now?
Well, if we think about it, in a certain fashion, what Disbanded are trying to do is they're trying to get those roaming kills.
Mm,
I think what you can pick up is Dark Horse
yeah,
to kind of stop that from happening. Is maybe focus on your team comp being around, characters that are so hard to kill,
yeah,
and maybe getting the vision across the map. I think Tassadar is
mm,
quite a good pick on this map, just
mm,
because the map's quite small, like I said, and the areas that you're moving around, or
mm,
maybe you say you're on the bot lane. If they try and snipe you, you pop D, you're safe.
yeah,
Simple as that. But a good support for them to
mm,
pick up. Look, that's amazing as well. No lie. Uther.
mm,
Their front line is going to be massive here. So they've essentially got three melee. Uther doesn't really take the role of being like
mm,
a melee damage or anything like that, but he is certainly quite tankish. He can sit the
yeah,
front line. Even if they
man,
snipe out an Uther, not too bad. In
mm,
the early game, quite bad, obviously, but if it's like say around levels like 17 to 20 or even past 20, if they get the pick on
mm,
Uther, that's not actually that great. He will get the
yeah.
redemption. He will come back. But the Brightwing,
Oh,
I'm a huge
Brightwing
fan of
being.
that pick. Huge fan.
I mean, Brightwing is such a good, I call it secondary support. I don't like games with a single Brightwing, the only support on the team. But this Tyrande, this Brightwing, dual support, the polymorphs coming out of Brightwing, I mean, that has so much potential. You're going for a kill. You could polymorph Uther to stop the Divine Shield coming out. Sonya goes in to take Jaina. Polymorph the Sonya. ETC goes to do a mosh pit. Polymorph. I mean, there's
Polymorph,
so much.
exactly.
Kelthus goes in to do his big bomb. Hey, Brightwing, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to push Polymorph. I mean, there's just so many good play.
Yeah.
Like,
I
well,
think the scary thing for Team Dark Horse at the moment is just the range on Disbanded. Like,
mm,
how are they going to get that close and actually get what they need to do
yeah,
off? I mean, once they're close, though, they are a
yeah.
scary force.
Well, I
And
think
I
we'll
mean, with
see
the
the.
Kalthos, with the
Mm,
gravity lapse, that's probably going to be, if that doesn't set it up, it'll
yeah.
certainly just be the ETC running in for instant mosh pit. But I'm real excited to see what their last pick's going to be.
Mm,
It's probably going to be some sort of form of ranged attack damage assassin sort of thing. So
mm,
yeah, look at that big Rhino coming out to
yeah.
top off the
Well, I mean,
whole
picking up the
composition.
Diablo and the Leoric. I mean,
Yeah,
Rainer is almost an instant
absolute
pick with the
must.
giant
Yeah,
flyer and auto attack damage.
No, Reina is just amazing ever since forever, really, and since the scaling changes
Yeah.
as well. I mean, the pump of his damage is just ridiculous. He
Mm.
is one of those characters when I talk about this attacking tanks. Reina can blow up a tank,
Yeah.
so it's just amazing. Sometimes you'll walk past a Reina in a team fight, and you're say playing your Muradin or your Tyrael or
Mm.
something, and you've got full health. You look back about 3, 4 seconds later, you've been knocked back by his Q. He's gone and hit his speed attack speed bonus, and he's got it say like 5, 6 auto attacks off on you. You're probably gonna be like 50% health.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's a bit ridiculous in my opinion.
Oh, especially combining with the the Kelthus and the Sonya. I mean, that
Exactly.
is so much damage. I mean,
Mm,
Reyna can sit in the back line, Kelthus can sit in the back line, Sonya spears onto someone, 1, 2 steps forward, bang, 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 explosions,
yeah.
death, carnage. That's all she wrote.
I do feel like for disbanded's team comp, I think the best thing they can do, just concur,
Mm.
is I know it's so hard and it's so much easier said than done, but the best thing they can do is probably take out that Reyna before the fight starts.
Yep.
Get a nice early pick on the Reyna or the Kalthas. You're removing so much utility, even though they aren't heroes based around
Mm.
utility. You're removing their damage, which becomes utility in your team comp. So if they get rid of someone like him, Diablo goes in, pulls them over, especially Kalthas with no safe passive like Raynor. You pull
Yep.
over the Kalthas, big stun comes down, ETC
Mm.
tries to come in and save him. You've got a Brightwing to chuck a polymorph down. So that's
Oh,
absolutely
yep.
fantastic.
Yeah, no, it 100%. It's. I think this game is going to come down to that Brightwing.
Yeah.
That bright with those polymorphs are just going to be so. Well, they're going to be this huge, or
Mm,
they're just going to be no show, and that's going to really allow Dark Horse to sort of get in and get what they don't need.
exactly. I mean, I'm always so turned off making plays and wages and whatnot before a game starts. But I've really got to say, Dark Horse's team comp, it does look quite good, but oh man, disbanded. We've all gone up against team comps like that, and that is a scary team comp. If you get pulled out of position, even a Sonya can get blown up in an instant. So they really need
Yeah.
to look out for that. But one thing I'm quite interested in is
Hmm.
um, there's no one in their team comp and team disbanded. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but I could be a complete
Yeah.
imbecile today. But there's no one with Giant Killer. So, and if you look at Team Dark Horse's team comp,
Yeah.
it's like what benefit it would bring would be massive. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm. I mean, yeah, you're 100% right. There is no one with that. But what they do have instead, which still sort of props up the damage a little bit, is that they do have Tyrande that can throw
Yeah,
down her
yeah.
Hunter's Mark. It's going to increase a little bit of the speed of the damage of the auto attacks.
Mm,
Not They don't have any auto attackers on their
yeah.
team, so it's not overly, it's not going to be overly great there, but
Mm,
it is going to help a little bit. But they do have Leoric, and Leoric can drain hope, and that onto a
mm,
tank is a lot of damage.
yeah.
So they've got something of similar equivalent, or a little bit of equivalent, but not. Yeah, you're right. Giant Slayer would have been great, but I still think they got a great combination here. In the
I
early
do think we'll
game,
see APOC as well.
mm,
I'm pretty confident we'll see an APOC.
yeah, just for those ETT mosh pits.
Yeah, and being such a frontline based team comp
Mm,
on the left side, it's just such a good pickup. I mean, you wouldn't really
mm,
want to pick up Lightning Breath because you don't want your damage to be focused on a Diablo, and you want your
yeah,
Diablo to be making the plays with the Tyrande Jaina combo as well.
yeah.
So yeah, the APOC's gonna be massive.
You've got
Definitely
other
gonna be
people on
seeing
your
that.
team doing the damage. I mean, you got
Exactly.
Jaina.
Yeah.
Again, this is another comp where a lot of damage will come from Jaina in the early and later
Yeah.
game. Whereas we would see with more Dark Horse, I mean, they've got Kelthis, they've got Reyna, and they've got Sonya. They've got 3 damage dealers. So yeah, if they lose Kelthis early in a fight, it's not that detrimental. You lose Jaina early in a fight, it could be tragic at the end of the game.
All right. Well, we do see here we're starting off the game disconcur. So team disbanded on the right hand side. That is amazing. Diablo skin. Have a quick look at that. And
The
so
Master
on team
Diablo skin.
disbanded, we do have Diablo being played by Amity, Alda, who we saw before playing Leoric as well. Lahal, big name, playing Brightwing. Altavan. I have to learn how to say. Is that Altavian? I think that's how you pronounce that. Correct me if I'm wrong, brother. But playing Jaina and Babelfish playing Tyrande.
All right, it
Who do we have
sounds
on this side?
Sounds very right there. But on the blue side, for Dark Horse, we have Demise playing as ETC, Godzilla playing as Kelthis, KVA playing as Sonya, Zekin on the Reyna, and Godzilla We're playing KT.
I didn't even realize it was my boys KVA and etc. So this is gonna be quite an awesome game. But yeah, I'm always looking forward
So
to
look at
a
this. So
big
this looks
challenge.
a bit funny, right? What is Dark Horse doing here? It's actually a strategy to try and block the minions so they don't get as far out in the lane. And you can see how it's worked. It's a little bit more in their favor. So it looked like a bit of a silly thing they were doing, but
Yeah.
it's actually a strategy to give yourself a lane
Oh.
advantage.
Second shots fired, he says as he fires on his Q into the brush. I do think they expected some form of early gank.
Yeah.
KVA is going to be going up against Alder in the top lane, and this is going to be a very interesting matchup for him. He's going to be able to heal up very nicely. Sonya is such an amazing pick to go up against Leoric, so well played by there and well seen by KVA. Nice master skin as well. But yeah, that creep block was very nice. It did pull it back very ever so slightly, but
Yeah.
it's not a game changing play. It's just a very nice early start. Oh, massive gravity lapse in the bottom there. Not sure if he caught that disconcur, but Diablo mid charge gets gravity lapse. So that was
Yep.
fantastic, massive play. And look at the top lane while KVA's just going ham. He's actually winning the lane very comfortably against that Aleoric.
Well, that's it. Yeah, he's a high damage dealer tank, so he's pretty safe. Shouldn't really get ganked that much. Oh, actually, that was a nice little stun on the ETC. Can they get demise? Can he fall? Can he get away? He will back away from that. Babelfish has the bomb on him. Just teammates try to spread out and not die. And this top lane's a bit of an interesting one. KVA's picked up the shrine, but I'm not actually. Sonya's going to do pretty well against Leoric in the top lane. Just looking at this bottom lane. Big fight broken out. Polymorph's gone onto Reyna. Zekin's trying to get out of there. He does manage to back away. He won't die from this one. And then we just see both teams disengage from each other. So it's really a big fight here for Disbanded. They have to get control of one of the shrines. Leoric's gone up to the top. It looks like he is going to be able to gain control of it. But I think you're right. KVA is just going to be able to bully him so much out of that top lane. Sonya's got such a better healing regime than Leoric does at the moment. And the Drain Hope goes out, but no, 0 ticks almost gained.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be quite easy for the top lane. I do feel like Reyna could have possibly died, but a big gank in the mid lane there.
Oh, Tarande, what were you doing there on the wrong side of the ETC? Obviously, he was asking for an autograph, and it turned wildly bad for her.
Very strong team, though. I mean, this on this team that we do see on the left-hand side. I keep forgetting the team names. I'm so horrible. It's because there's so many team change names. Name changes. But Dark Horse, of course. They are, you know, these players have been around for a while. A couple of these players have played together as well. So it's no surprise that they're doing formidable plays. But it does look like no one's actually able to pick up their Dragonite as of right now. No one really at the mid lane. And we do see KVA and the bottom players respectively trying to hold that. But there was just no one in place to grab that, unfortunately. And there was no one in place to defend it, so it could have been a perfect time for a pickup. Well, the Auric actually able to pick up their top.
Interesting play here by picking up that Siege Giants. Actually, no, there might be another big play going in the middle. Stun goes out. ETC is caught. Demise could be in a bit of trouble. Grabs comes out. KT obviously saving Demise. Well played there. Both teams will disengage. And there's been just so much action, but each team playing fantastically and just backing out and not dying. Sonya in the top lane, just bullying Leoric, pushing him out. He'll have to back away from that.
Yeah, I'm just really liking the KVA players up top there. He's doing a fantastic job, and the first Dragonite is about to be picked up by Demise, and that is an easy pickup for him. No worries. The bird just a fraction too late there as Demise pushes his way into the mid gate. Are they going to make a play against this, or are they just going to let him do this? It would probably be wise that they pressure it as best they can, but you don't want to be too risky around the old Dragonite. 3 people now converging around the mid lane, and now there is a massive push at the bottom. So they've pushed off the bottom lane. They're stopping that easy push, and they are actually getting so much worth out of this Dragonite right now. It looks like they are trying to kill it. Demise doing a fantastic job of kind of just baiting them off the other lanes, and all the while we do see Sonya just really winning a lane as well. So the worth that they received off this Dragonite is just massive. A lot of soak and a lot of XP potential there.
I know the Dragonite is about to die, but yeah, that was just so much. I mean, they pushed 3 lanes just then. That was insane. I mean, Sonya is just bullying Leoric so much. I mean, he's a good pick for the top lane, but you know, I think they might have to rethink this strategy and maybe change out, because he is not having a good day against KVA at all.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw an amazing play as well as Demise got stunned out of that Dragonite, backed off, and the Uther literally insta-cleansed him. So that was a very good play by Uther, allowing Demise to stay alive there. So Big shouts out to him, massive. But there are 4 people converging around the top. Dodges that stun, very nicely done.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
very nice
hard
power
to get
slide.
the, yeah, gonna be very hard to get that kill on ETC, I'm afraid. Very beefy and very mobile. He is animal of the land, so he understands how to flee if need be. But Brightwing, actually at the bottom lane by herself, does seem like she's just doing a bit of soaking and getting a bit of information
Yeah.
for the team. But of course, she can just blink to her allies across the map when she hits that respective level. So I think that's what she's looking for.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to see a lot out of Brightwing here, is that you're going to see her by herself for most of the game, and then when the team is required it, she's going to be able to teleport in. Just, again, a powerful thing. Oh, Zekin might have been in a little bit of trouble. The adrenaline pumping through the veins keeps him alive, however, and a mighty on Diablo will actually be killed instead. And it looks like he didn't actually have the orb, so it's not going to be a quick resurrection either.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, they are a level up and they have got their level 10s. So they have to play this very carefully. There's camps pushing every lane. So this is very, very smartly played by them at the moment. They do have the level advantage, but they have to react to the lanes. So what's to do? Do you try and force a fight and get lucky, or do you clear the lanes nice and quickly? And it does seem their response to that is, you know what, Starving, we're going to clear the lanes as best we can, get our level 10 and play the safe.
I mean, yeah, it's the safest play, right? You don't want to go into this. But however, Dark Horse is like, we want you to go into this. We see the Hyperion come down, acting for a bit of zoning. We're seeing with a mosh play from ETC. No, he's waiting for something, just going to body block Diablo instead, pushing him off, killing him. That is that's a really nice play there, actually, by Dark Horse, getting the kill. I mean, they can pick up the Siege Giants behind this, then go and pick up we'll go pick up the shrines for the Dragon Knight, and we're gonna see Disbanded here having to respond to this. They are level 10 now, so it's a little bit more equalized. But again, just look at this. This KVA is just punishing Leoric in the top lane.
Yeah. You can kind of expect it though. I mean, the mechanics of both of the characters they don't really add up to be in Alder's favor. Lahal actually blinking up to help Alder out now though, so that's going to be a fantastic help for him indeed. And ETC actually coming up to help KVA, so I think KVA is just going to tap well, get back, and there.
Oh, Kruven could be in a little bit of trouble here. Divine Shield to keep himself alive. Apoc's gone down, doing a massive stun. Kruven being pulled back in. Kelt is falling as well, but we do see Tyrande fall in this exchange. But will they get Kruven? Will Kruven fall? He's on such low health. And the answer is yes, the Water Elemental following up. Jaina from the grave.
Oh, Zekin. Actually getting pulled back by Mitty there, and it didn't actually help him, unfortunately. He got pulled back into a Uther heal as his passive proc as well, so double healing, double whammy. Very unfortunate by the Diablo there, but I suppose, you know, what else was he to do in that sort of situation? Alder actually getting in a bit of danger himself, and look at that damage! How fast that came out, just a testament to how strong Reyna really is.
Well, he's got the Giant Slayer as well, and we know against Warriors that is detrimental, and that's just showcased it there beautifully.
Yeah.
And now we just see it again, second Dragon Knight is just going to be able to push into that front.
Yeah, this is going to be quite an easy push for them. The Reyna ultimate is being pumped out now. Nice chain bombs as well being going off. And they are going to be getting zoned out very, very easily. Demise in the Dragon Knight currently. That means he's going to be very safe when he gets out playing the ETC. Maybe even go for a big combo as he gathers them up. So it's going to be very interesting to see if they kind of go for something like that. All the while, this can easy camp pushing in the bot lane, which is really going to cause some havoc. KVA now joining down there to go against Ultivian. And it looks like he's getting stunned, but a cleanse, has gone out. And are we going to see a kill here? They are so keen, and they just don't know what to do. Demise is just sitting at the mid lane. He's free, getting that fortification, and he is just going to be able to fully back in and back out as he pleases, because the pressure is just amazing here.
Yeah, I think that situation, I mean, they divide themselves up. I think it was a good play. There was a lot of pressure. There was Siege Giants in the bottom lane, and then you had the Dragon Knight in the mid lane. They really need to split up and deal with them both. There just wasn't... You know, either one left unchecked.
Look at this Demise. Sorry to cut you off, but a big mosh pit. 3 players, and Ultivian at the back there, but a Divine Shield has been popped on the Kalthus, and that's just going to keep him alive with his comrades just that little bit longer, and they got cleaned up that fight. Massive ETC ultimate, and they actually kind of just got baited by the KVA there, rolling around by himself, so very nicely played by KVA.
You can see just the huge difference here. Just to see if anyone else is going to die here. They are trying to get a Demise kill, throw him over the shoulder. But they do manage to get it actually. The burst damage just being very, very strong coming out of Jaina there. And then they're just going to follow up, see if we can get other more kills. Oh,
Oh,
Sun goes on second! Raider might not be able to run away from this! Oh, I think they're gonna...
But the crits are going off, the passive has
Yeah.
been procced, and he just he's gonna have to get out of there as best he
Yeah,
can.
yeah.
It doesn't look like he is, though, and a big hard camp being picked up at top. While all this is going on, the thing that amazes me is just how much pressure they can apply across the whole map while pushing a lane, and how comfortable they feel actually splitting up during these
Yeah.
pushes.
Well, you see,
And
Sonya,
doing these
KVA there is just going on. He's just harvesting the mercenaries himself. While these fights break out, he's like, I could go and join my team. I'm confident they can escape. And then, yeah, picking up the mercenary camps, it's just putting this extra pressure. I mean, Disbanded is constantly responding to Dark Horse's move. But immediately they're doing the pause. Must be a little bit of lag or problems going on.
Yeah, but unfortunate there. We'll wait for them to come back up. But if we look at this in the meantime, it does look like people are following suit in KVA here. They're going to be following him into the fray, and ETC just behind them as well. It looks like he's just near the well. So they do seem to have some idea that they are taking the easy camp. I think they have seen possibly the Diablo Flames fly out, or maybe they're about to fly out. And they do also see that there's two top. Maybe they can only see one. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm pretty sure they did see that Tyrande up there clearing those lanes with the Auric. This does mean that these 3 kills here, they're going to be reasonably easy to take. They don't know Jaina is right there, however, so they could get a bit of a rude awakening, maybe with a big clutch combo. But Leoric and Tyrande are nowhere to be seen. So I mean, this is very dangerous for the red team more than anyone. They are XP. They are 3 levels behind. Massive XP advantage by the blue team here, so it's gonna be interesting to see if they grab the season and get out, or if they see them and try and fight foolishly, and I can almost guarantee that they will lose that fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a... It actually depends. If we do look at the position Rainer's facing right now, if he goes down to help KT just, get that camp a little bit faster, we might see that Team Disbanded can pick up that mercenary camp, especially because Sonya will have to come in and she'll have to spear onto Diablo. Because he's sitting right on the edge of the circle, it's probably going to body block her out of it, and they've almost captured that camp. So it's going to be very close. I think Disbanded will get the siege camp. I don't know if they'll leave with their lives, but they'll definitely get the siege. I feel they'll get the siege camp.
If only we could have a Turtle Beach tune in right now and hear what the gamers are saying to each other in the team speaks. But yeah, I'm sure they'll be going off for thinking about the best play to make. But plug pool's still going on, unfortunately. So hopefully he's back with us very shortly.
Yeah. Interesting choice here. So you got, just looking at the heroics, so it's pretty straightforward. Diablo's taking Apocalypse, all right, pretty solid. We've got Bright Wind taking the Emerald Wind. We've got Water Elemental from Jaina, and then we got Shadowstalk coming up Tyrande. But what about this pick on Leoric? He has taken March of the Black King, does give him a little bit more sustain in fights, does give him a bit of damage as well. But what do you think about it taking something else? Like if you were to take Entomb, act as a little bit of not a CC, but just as a displacing, could do it on someone like the Kelthis. You could possibly do it on ETC. You could use it to zone out. ETC goes to slide in or something, and you could push up the tomb as a way to block his direction, or even make up its own little wall. So what do you think of that? Is March of the King a good choice here? Especially because they are low on damage, so...
It looks like your prediction was correct. Just before I answer your question, they did grab that easy without dying or anything. I do actually I agree with you. I think the March, not necessarily the best choice, but with the team comp that they're running, the 3 heavy melee being Sonya, ETC, and Uther respectively, to a degree Uther obviously not as much, but they are going to be heavily focused on the front line. So Alder, he should be able to march and just waltz straight through them. And like we did say before, their targets aren't going to be the tanks. It's going to be the Raynor or the Kalthars. So if they can pull one back, the 3 tanks come in to make a move, and then he marches through them to deal the damage need be done. That's going to help them out a whole lot. But the thing with March, as soon as you see it go off, the likelihood of Uther popping a Divine Shield on the target affected is so likely. So it's a really hard one.
Yeah, it's very choreographed, so it can be, if paying attention, people can easily dodge around it, play around it. But both shrines have been picked up. ETC is going to be able to actually hold this one pretty well here, and the Dragon Knight will be picked up by Zekin. And this is...
Oh,
Oh,
big
Big
ultimate coming up
Mosh!
from Demise, but APOC is going to stop that. Nice
No,
device.
it's not!
Three of them. Massive plays by their duo there, but they are going to have to get out. It does look like he is going to go down. Demise is just way too low for this engagement, but all the while they're doing this, look at the chase that they're putting up for Demise right now. He is just a cow. Remember that, guys, as the Dragon Knight is pushing your main base, Zekin is by himself, Godzilla now joining him. He's going to be able to drop those chain bombs, do as much damage as he can. The CC, of course, not going to last very long. Zekin, is he going to have enough time? Is he going to have enough damage to deal to this? No, they are looking to back out now. But oh man, that was a very, very big play. How ETC kind of just bait them away there. It does look like they aren't going to get too much worth out of this Dragon Knight. It's going very low, and Zekin might actually fall here. He's all by himself and a big stun coming out. Gravity Lapse is not enough to save him there. So actually very well responded to by the red team.
I mean, you know what, they chased ETC, and I thought that might have been a bit of a misplay, a tilt on their part, but they got the kill and they managed to go back. Dragon Knight did push down the keep in the middle lane, which unfortunate, but I mean, getting 2 kills, I think it might have, and I can't decide who came on top of that. I feel Dark Horse is still, still came out on top because they still have the level lead. They still got the keep down. There's a lot of pressure. I mean, their side of the map's better, but it's showing that Disbanded could be coming back into this game now.
Yeah, as it does move into the late game, the advantage could slip back. But I mean, this is a fight where KVA and stuff.
Oh, I don't know if they wanted to take that, but they're going in. Shadowstalk's been popped, and no, it's just being used as almost a disengage mechanic. Diablo, KVA wants to kill that Diablo. Apoc's gone down again. Divine Shield going on the KVA. Yep. Diablo will fall, and Leoric will be next. And now they should have.
Jaina sitting down there with Lahal, and that is going to be a very scary situation. Is Lahal or Ultivine going to get out of here? The shield's been picked up by the Jaina there, so she's got a lot to work with. But a big Kael'thas ulti coming out as well. Cruven sitting with the Kael, and it does look like Ultimate is just going to slip on past. They are going for Lahal. It's probably a better pick, and Jaina is already calling GG. It does actually seem like it's going to be GG, though. They are going to be able to get the damage off, need to be done. And yeah, I think Jaina does just silently admit to herself, yeah, that is indeed GG.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, to kind of soak the end of it there, but they are just going to go for the finishing victory there. Very nice plays. Very nice indeed.
100%. Dark Horse are the winner of this match as well. Disbanded, not getting quite there in level, not as good as the game did end as well as it did for them last time. And Dark Horse are the winners. Now that was